Okay, let's go to discussion and possible action, approval of bills, payroll, and monthly reports. We'll start with our treasurer, as we always do. Good morning. Good morning, my mayor, my tesorero.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Raul Reyes, County Treasurer, for the record. I hope you all had a blessed weekend. And Judge, once again, congratulations on being the Señor Internacional.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
I saw the pictures. I hope that you enjoyed it and it was memorable.
We did. It was very nice.
Good.
Thank you.
This morning, I have two items, Judge and Commissioners. I have the presentation of bills and disbursements and the monthly report for the month of January 2025. This period for the bills that need to be approved so payments can be disbursed, it's from February 7th through February 20th, 2025. We do have 290 checks ready to be delivered, sent out for the payment of 512 invoices, and that disbursement total is $1,385,532.84. We also have 151 electronic fund transfers ready to be processed for the payment of 465 invoices, and that disbursement total, Judge and Commissioners, is $1,541,691.89. Prior to today's meeting, Judge and Commissioners, we did release 43 checks as per general order. That represented the payment of 105 invoices, and that disbursement total was $75,575.22. And we did process one electronic fund transfer for the payment of one invoice, and that payment was for $350. I'm not sure if you have any questions regarding this.
No,
Move to approve the payments and the ones pre-released as general order.
I have a motion. I'll second that motion. Second. Any opposed? Motion carries.
We do have some payments that were asked to be released early. A lot of them were considered, very vital, and a lot of them had to do with just timing. We did have 7 checks that were processed and released early for the payment of 8 invoices. That disbursement total was $267,518.56. And then we did have 1 electronic fund transfer for the payment of 5 invoices, and that disbursement total, Judge and Commissioners, was $87,816.92. If you'll, 6 of them were requests by departments. 1 of them was a tax refund, and the other one was from the forfeiture fund. So you'll see there pretty much what the payments were for in the next slide that were requested. We'll need a motion to ratify these.
Move to approve the ratification of those checks issued.
So a second. Motion seconds. Any opposed? Motion carries.
The next item is for informational purposes only, and this is for the pay period of January 24th through February 6th, 2025. The total county contribution, net wages, and obviously payroll deductions, all of that for 2,153 payments, totaled $4,924,899.59. The next item, and the last item in this first portion of my report, is the Casablanca Golf Course requirement of funds. You'll notice there that the prior estimate approved amount of $45,000 for February 21st, the actual amount was $39,500.48, and for this upcoming pay period for them on the 7th of March, it's estimated once again at about $45,000, not to exceed.
Move to approve an estimated payroll not to exceed $45,000.
Seconds. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
The next item is the January 2025 monthly report, and at the end of July 31st, 2025, we did have cash in hand $188,927,011 with 40 cents. In our investment side of it, we did have $62,722,896 with 54 cents. That total portfolio, Judge and Commissioners, at the end of last month was $251,649,907.94. You'll see that our cash to investment ratio is at about where it should be. Normally, it's 70-30. Right now, we are below the 30 mark percentile of the investment, right? We're at 24.9 instead of having pushed. We're still taking advantage of the rates that are being provided by tax pools, even though as the market keeps fluctuating, we continue to see, and you'll notice in your report month over month, you'll continue to see those rates drop. So we're being strategic in terms of investment. Obviously, withstanding the fact that during these months is when the county generates more money and more money is deposited into the depository. You'll see there in the interest rate return by financial institutions what the average weight are for our investment portfolio. They are, in some cases, far exceeding the pools. Nonetheless, with the pools alone, we did generate $146,284.77 in our investment portfolio with our brokers. We did generate $229,699.92, and in terms of our depository, which currently has the lowest of all the rates, that generated $277,391.02. So the total in interest earned at the end of January 31st, 2025 was $782,200. Year to date, we are at $3.some million.
Very nice.
Checks issued report, as reported in every bi-weekly meeting, in terms of what we come up here for payroll and payroll liabilities and accounts payable. The total checks, as indicated in page 16 of the monthly report, is $21,898,547.27. It's because we had some major payments for COBs during the month of January. Sales tax revenues, you'll see there that we are above budget for this for that month, $795,418. The total generated was $2,962,085. In terms of our mixed beverage tax revenue, January saw $57,007.12 in collections. In terms of our Webb County rents and leases paid, and the full report is on page 21 through page 27, you'll see that the rents received, the rents paid, and of course we had no leases because a lot of them were due in January. And they were actually paid in February. So you'll see that amount in next month's report. In terms of the permanent school fund, $86,767.98 in total royalties. No damages, no hunting and grazing. So again, that total revenue from Highway 44 and Highway 59 was $86,767.98. A full detail report is on page 29. And then last but not least, in terms of our Tex-Mex parking lot, you'll see there that we did have 812 tickets that were closed. 475 of them were below the half hour, so we only collected on 358. We did issue out 67 coupon vouchers for jury. So you'll see there that the total revenue collected was $1,662. And of course, our contracted service revenue was $1,300. You might be asking why it's low. Well, January was a very cold and unpredictable month. So I don't think a lot of people wanted to, do anything or step out of
But
the
you know
home.
what I like about what we do here? Like Tex-Mex is not gonna break us, or this parking lot's not gonna make us or break us. 18,000, current FYI. Obviously, sometimes we spend a little bit more on that and certain other little things. But what I love about it is that it's transparency, and it's just what it's all about.
Yeah.
We're wanting to see if it's working, it's not working. I like that. I like to see that.
Well, I mean, obviously, it's cash flowing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
It is.
It would have paid for the construction.
That's what it's all about, yeah.
And it's providing good service.
Much needed service anyway.
And then, Judge and Commissioner, just to end real quick, I just wanted to advise y'all that later I will be meeting with Mr. Lopez, our purchasing agent. We did receive notice that the overall operating software out of the company, that the parking box will no longer be serviceable at the end of this year. So we're going to have
Didn't we have this discussion already?
yeah,
about
we're
changing?
gonna have to look for alternatives, but we still have time from here to December 31st.
Okay, I'm more than sure you guys will be able to find something.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah.
There's a lot of parking.
Yes, everybody has it. Okay.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, Judge and Commissioners.
Thank
That's
you
all I
so
have
much,
this morning.
Raul.
Y'all have a blessed day.
Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Appreciate you very much. So I move to accept report. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, sir. All right, now we go.